You might already be using ChatGPT for your construction business, but what if I told you that the way you're using it is actually holding you back and making you less effective? In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my 7 big power prompts that you can copy, you can steal, and utilize, plug straight into ChatGPT to help you better manage, as well as 10x the results you're getting in your business. It'll help you cut down the amount of hours that you're working, increase efficiency across your organization, and maximize the return that you're getting from AI. Plus, I'm going to be sharing with you my ultimate power prompt, the prompt to make better prompts, as well as walking you through how to set up custom GPTs to make this even quicker, easier, and faster for you. So let's go. All right, so I'm going to be jumping into the 7 power prompts right away. If you would like a copy of this document, check out the description. There'll be a link to grab a copy of this document so you can copy, paste this right into ChatGPT and follow along with the video. If you utilize all these 7 prompts and really incorporate ChatGPT into your business, you're going to be ahead of like 99% of the contractors out there. Not a lot of businesses are really using this effectively, as I mentioned earlier. So you've got a tremendous advantage right now if you can get ahead of this and really educate yourself. So you're in the right place. I'm going to be coming back to this a little bit later, creating the custom GPTs and stuff like that. We've got SOPs for everything. So the first power prompt that we're going to be talking about here is estimating. So if you're a contractor, I'm sure you want all the help you can get with estimating. It's a lot of time spent, evenings, weekends, and just daytime hours, right? So estimating scope of works are really easy to get. You can either use voice to text with ChatGPT. So if you pull up your ChatGPT on your phone, there's a little microphone there. You can talk to it and it'll talk back to you. But really what you want to do is just add the microphone. Hey, ChatGPT, can you write out a scope of work for me? We're going to be doing a new kitchen for this client. It's going to be a 12-foot by 12-foot kitchen. We're removing and replacing cabinets, changing out the countertop, as well as repainting the room, replacing 2 light fixtures, and putting in new laminate flooring. Can you please write a scope of work for this project? So ChatGPT is going to go do its thing. It might take a little while, but it's gonna pretty much write the scope of work for you. May not be perfect, but it's a lot easier than you having to type it in or take notes on site. You can just, use your recording on site to take notes. And then this is the prompt, the power prompt. So this is the one that I've developed. You can put this prompt, then you upload or load up your notes in there from your scope of work or your walkthrough or your transcription or what have you. I'm going to be showing you later how to get videos or audio transcribed very easily. Audio transcription in ChatGPT works really well, video not so much. So I'll be showing you like behind the scenes secret tip for that. But essentially, you will put this in, you'll load up whatever information you have about the project. So if you have any pricing, if you have any, whatever you've got essentially. And ChatGPT is great at creating a scope of work. You're probably going to have project management software that you're going to that you're going to use to create your estimate, but the text part of it is easy to copy and paste. So that's the first one, helping you with your estimating there. The second one is proposal review. So now you've created your estimate, you've got a proposal, you're going to send it off to the client, and you can use ChatGPT to review it, make sure that all the information is correct, give you any suggestions or feedback on the layout or the way it looks, if there's anything out of place. It's a good way to get that second opinion, if you will, or second look at something. So you load in your proposal, copy this prompt, and it'll tell you, you ask it, does the pricing look accurate? Missing overlooked items? Does it look professional? Anything I could add to it or changes I could make? Any recommendations? Things like that. So another great tool. And with ChatGPT, the more information you give it, the more accurate and better response you're going to get. So if you've got a pricing database or a pricing list, you can put it in here. If you have a certain website that you get pricing from, you can, give ChatGPT that and it'll work for you really well. All right, number 3, daily log reports. So how many of your guys on site fill out daily log reports or get proper log reports into you? I'm guessing maybe some of them, depends how you are, but it's pretty easy and it's a great way to keep track of your projects. But instead of having them type everything out, to make their life easier, just get them to download the ChatGPT app. Same thing again. Hey, we finished up the day today. The weather was good, no delays. We got the walls framed up on the north side of the house, and the electrician showed up briefly to connect some power for us. No materials came in today, no big issues. Mark was about 20 minutes late this morning, had a flat tire, no inspections today. Plans for tomorrow, continue framing the rest of the exterior walls. Super easy. Just talk to it. Again, it'll output the text. And now your site guys can just copy that text and put it in your project management software, or if you have Slack or use emails or whatever, right? Real easy way for you guys to quickly, they don't have to sit there and put a big text together or whatever. Just talk, give them text, they copy it over super fast to do daily log reports. And you can go through these log reports too. If you've got, I don't know, like a couple months of log reports, if you export that ChatGPT and just say, hey, what are your recommendations? How we can be more efficient based off these log reports, or how could we do things better, right? So all the data that you can give it, ChatGPT is great at taking a lot of data, summarizing it, and giving some suggestions or input based off of all that, raw data that a regular person is never going to go through all that fine detail, right? So daily logs. Next one here is email marketing. So super effective. You maybe used this for marketing before, but like I said before, there's more effective and efficient ways to do this that'll resonate better. And the way that you want to do this is you can copy and paste my power prompt here, modify it to your needs, but essentially you need to tell it what tones you want it to talk in, what's the messaging of your business. And if you don't have one yet, you need to have like some sort of ideal client avatar or ideal client profiles, so that ChatGPT knows, am I creating a marketing email for a commercial real estate developer, or am I making it for mother of three who lives in suburban wherever, Phoenix or something like that, right? So the better information you can give it about your ideal client, your messaging, your brand, how your brand looks, give it, your website URL so that it knows your website. And now it can like use what you've got in place as far as your brand to target that specific type of person and keep things consistent across your company. So we definitely want to be able to upload a document of your brand guide or your ideal client avatar. Tell what services you want to highlight, what the call to action should be, add the URL. If there's like click here to schedule a consultation call like that, make sure you put that link into ChatGPT and it'll formulate the email with the link and the call to action, everything. It's really good at that. And super easy to create marketing emails. The other one is social media marketing. So similar to the email, just a little bit different format. And same thing here, give it your target audience, let it know which platforms are you going to put this on: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, all of the above. Ask it for suggestions, maybe ask it for separate outputs for the different platforms. Every platform is going to have a slightly different audience. Like LinkedIn is going to have a much more professional based educational style of content that people are looking for, whereas Facebook is more, older demographics like me who still use Facebook. Instagram will be a younger demographic, maybe young professionals or whatever, right? So, and more visual style. So asking ChatGPT to customize it for different platforms can be also very effective. Again, key messaging, call to actions, all that good stuff. Following me here, can you see how like useful this is? This will save you so much time. And as a business owner, you shouldn't really be doing all of this. If you're just starting out, you don't have anybody helping you. Sorry for you. You may have to do all this, but you should have like an admin person. You should have project managers, someone that you can hand this off to, a virtual assistant, whoever it may be able to utilize these AI tools for your business on your behalf and just be that much more effective. All right. So the sixth one I'm going to share with you here is research education. This one is if you want to learn something like how to use AI better, or if you want to learn how to close more sales, or maybe you're having an issue in your business where you've got a lot of churn of employees. So how do I keep employees longer? How do I find better employees? You can use this prompt, this research educational prompt, to put in ChatGPT, have it give you, link to some specific articles that are helpful. And again, summarize a large amount of information. There's so much information out there nowadays on the interwebs that it can be overwhelming or confusing, or if you just do a Google search, you might not actually be finding the best information. You're just finding the one that beat the algorithm to be on the top of the search results. The ChatGPT can figure all that stuff out for you, see what the consistencies are across maybe 100 different blog articles, and then distill that into like the most relevant for you information. So the research education part, super important. So I'm going to share with you the last of my power prompts, and then I'm going to be giving you the golden goose, golden goose laying the golden egg. how to create better prompts and improve upon these, and then how to set up custom GPTs, which is like the next level if you really want to take this to, where things are going in the future. So the seventh one is SOP creation and transcription from videos and or voice. As a reminder, if you haven't picked up this document yet, click the link in the description of this video and go download this document for yourself so you can start to use it in your business and just copy and paste this stuff into ChatGPT. So for SOPs, if you don't know yet, you should. Systems are freedom. Systems are the way you're going to break free of the day to day, the way you're going to bring consistency, going to get rid of headaches, systems, and processes. SOPs are a component of systems, and ChatGPT is wonderful at writing them. I would say they're like the best, and you want to add experience, and it's going to take iterations, but it'll get you there like 70-80% most likely. So you can either just write out a rough draft and then put it in ChatGPT and have it kind of clean it up for you. Or if you're more a talkative, you'd rather just talk instead of write, you can record yourself in audio using the ChatGPT recording that I just showed you, or create a video where you can do like a training video. And this is the way I would suggest it is, let's say you're creating a training video on how to do an estimate. Well, you'll record yourself, use Zoom or some other screen recorder, go through and just talk through this. I pull up the plans, I go to my takeoff software, I do the takeoffs, I put that into my project management software. This is what I think about while I'm doing that, right? So you record that video. Once that recording is done, I would suggest get a YouTube account. Even if you're not going to do YouTube marketing for your company right now, but if you get a YouTube account, you can upload videos and YouTube will transcribe the video for you. And I've actually found it to be one of the best transcriptions. I've tried other programs and YouTube is free. It's easy. You can upload the document. Go check out this video if you haven't yet, how I build foolproof systems for construction companies after this video. This is a great video on how to utilize an SOP inside like the larger picture of how do you set up a full system that's not just like how to do it, but how to train someone in multiple different media formats. But how you do this is you'll upload the video to YouTube. So it takes like a couple of minutes, maybe an hour sometimes. I found usually it's a few minutes though. You scroll down here to subtitles. It'll show you all the subtitles. You click your three little dots, download subtitles. You can download the whole transcription of subtitles, and then you can use that transcription, put it in ChatGPT and say, hey, create an SOP from this video that I did, and it'll create a nice SOP for you. So does that make sense? Super easy. That's what we're all about here, helping you build systems, create them incredibly easy and getting it done for you one step at a time. All right. Now to the big bang here, prompt creation. So the prompt that'll create all other prompts. And let's say you put in this prompt, this SOP prompt, you got out some output that's like, it's not that good. I mean, it kind of like helped, but it didn't put it in the format you wanted. You can use iterations and tell it like, hey, this format's not good. Please use different bullet points or expand on this or whatever. But if you're creating prompts, this is a great prompt here to, I'm looking to create a high quality prompt. First, ask me what I should focus on, refine it, enhancements, tell me clarification. So ask ChatGPT to like ask you questions to clarify, to like, what information do I need to give you to make my prompts better? And it will continue to refine and improve that process. So making sense? Now, the fun stuff, I'm going to actually go over to ChatGPT here. And we are going to look at, you can see I've got a number of custom GPTs here. To create a custom GPT, what's a good one here? So I've got a speechwriter, and this is one that I use to write speeches. I'm in a Toastmasters group and I write, different speeches for practice and to present to groups and things like that. So in ChatGPT, you can create a custom GPT. And what's that's going to look like? I'm going to go to edit this GPT. So you'll name it. You'll have a little icon for it, and then you're going to give it custom instructions. This one's pretty basic. So I kind of started with this one because I knew it would be fairly easy, but you'll usually have a confidentiality warning for not to share information and this and that. If you got a paid account, it's going to keep it inside your organization, but still good for it not to be sharing your specific information. You're going to give it a role. So in this one, your task is to guide a user to create a speech. In the SOP, your role could be an SOP writer to create SOPs and help with optimizing operations for our business. You could have a copywriter for creating marketing copy. So what's their role? If you're going to think of this GPT as like a person, what role in your company would that person have? And that'll kind of give you an idea of like how to frame that instruction to the custom GPT. And then you're going to give it a bunch of details. So if you have a bunch of SOPs that you've already created in a certain format or way that you like to structure things, give it those SOPs. If you've got either information just about your business, your operations, your website, or things like that, generally speaking, the more information you can give it, the better. And then I'll usually go look online and I'll look for certain blog articles or information online that is about, like in this case, I'd go look for how to write a better speech or how to write really good speeches. And I'd read a few blog articles, and the ones that made sense to me and I found were good information, I'll put that into my custom GPT so that it's now using that information from whatever blog or resource online to help craft whatever it may be that you're doing. So if you've downloaded things, like let's say you're making a marketing GPT, a custom GPT, and you've taken some online courses or you downloaded some like guides to have better copywriting or something like that, load those up, right? The more information, like good information you give it, the better the output, the smarter it's going to be for you. After you've created an SOP, now you can utilize it. And essentially you're going to have a conversation starter, which will be like a button that you press and then it'll ask you for information. And then for me, like I upload my mission, my vision, my core values pretty much to every custom GPT because your mission, your vision, your core values, goals potentially. If GPT knows that stuff, now it's better aligned with like where you want to go in your organization or how like what your goals and future looking things are. So stuff like that, brand guides are always good to put into to custom GPTs. So I click the button, it's going to ask me, great, before I create a draft for your speech, please provide, a bunch of stuff. I would then put in the information and away it goes, right? And now it's customized, it's a role, it's all set out and beautiful. You can create custom GPTs for every one of these prompts if you like, so that you don't have to copy and paste. You just have a custom GPT for social media posting, for emails, for SOPs, whatever, right? So hope this video has helped you. Here's the best with your AI. This is definitely a game changer. If you haven't yet, go download the prompt document here. I'll see you on the next video.